The mystery in your plate. 7 familiar vegetables that might be stealing your leg strength. Imagine a peaceful morning. You wake up, brew a fragrant cup of tea, and sit down with a plate of fresh, green vegetables you've prepared, food you're absolutely certain will bring you health and energy for the day ahead. But then, as you stand up from your chair, a tingling sensation runs down your legs, or they suddenly feel heavy, as if weighed down by lead. You chalk it up to a sign of aging, perhaps, or maybe sitting too long. But what if I told you the real culprit could be hiding right there in the plate of veggies you just ate? Have you ever wondered, are the vegetables I eat every day really as good for me as I think? We've all been taught that vegetables are the heroes of health, especially as we step into middle age or beyond. When our bodies start demanding extra care, your mom might have said, "Eat your veggies, and you'll grow strong," and you believed it, right? But hold on a second and hear me out. What if I revealed that within your favorite plate of vegetables, the ones you eat daily, lurk silent enemies? These stealthy foes could be quietly weakening your legs, the very things that keep you standing tall, walking confidently, and living life on your terms. That's right, not every vegetable is your friend. Today, we're going to lift the curtain on this mystery together. I'll take you on a journey to uncover 7 everyday vegetables, ones that might be sitting in your fridge right now, that could be sapping your leg strength, causing uncomfortable numbness, sudden cramps, and even worse, slowly robbing you of the ability to move with ease. Are you ready to be shocked? The names I'm about to reveal might leave you speechless, because they're not strangers, they're the stars of your daily meals. But don't worry, this isn't just a quest for truth, it's a chance to understand your body better and protect your precious legs. Here's my promise. If you stick with me until the end of this video, you won't just learn the identities of these 7 silent enemies. You'll also get a special surprise. A simple yet powerful tip to keep your legs strong and steady, no matter the years. So, don't take your eyes off the screen. Let me guide you into this adventure, where everything you thought you knew about vegetables might get turned upside down. But before we dive in, I need you to do one small thing. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit that bright red subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Why? Because I'm bringing you unique health secrets you won't find anywhere else, all to help you live healthier and happier every day. One more thing. If you find this content intriguing, drop a 1 in the comments below to let me know you're with me. If you think I could do better, don't hesitate to leave a 0. Your feedback is my biggest motivation to improve. Ready? Alright, let's count down and step into the first mystery right now. Here we go. 1. Potatoes, the silent strength thief. Close your eyes for a second and picture this. You walk into the kitchen. The irresistible aroma of golden, crispy fries wafts through the air. Or maybe it's a creamy, velvety plate of mashed potatoes you've lovingly whipped up for a weekend dinner. Doesn't it just make your mouth water? Potatoes, from humble boiled spuds to oil-drenched fries, are the heroes of every kitchen. A dish almost no one can resist. But have you ever paused for a moment and asked yourself, is this favorite of mine really as good a friend as I think? The truth is, potatoes aren't as simple as their rustic exterior suggests. Especially those that have turned green or started sprouting, you know. The ones you hesitate over, unsure whether to toss or keep. Lurking inside them is a hidden foe, called glycoalkaloid, a natural compound that might sound complicated. But don't worry, I'll break it down for you. It's something potatoes produce to protect themselves. But once it's in your body, it can quietly wreak havoc on your nervous system. Imagine the nerves in your legs as strings on a guitar. When they get tangled, they stop sending signals properly, leaving your legs weak and trembling for no apparent reason. Do you recall the last time you sat watching a movie all evening, then stood up to grab a glass of water, only to feel your legs wobble as if they no longer obeyed you? You thought, oh, I just sat too long. But what if I told you the potatoes from lunch or dinner might be silently tormenting you? Glycoalkaloid doesn't stop there. It can leave you feeling prickly, like 1,000 tiny needles jabbing your calves. Even more troubling, those crispy fries or butter-laden mashed potatoes you adore act as accomplices in a bigger crime. They spike your blood sugar like a roller coaster, then trigger smoldering inflammation in your body. This inflammation builds a wall, blocking smooth blood flow to your legs. And what happens when your legs don't get enough nourishment? Sudden cramps jolt you awake at midnight. A lingering tiredness haunts your calves. And those once strong legs weaken day by day. Picture this. It's a beautiful morning, and you want to climb the stairs to grab your favorite book. But just a few steps leave your legs shaky, your breath short, your heart pounding. You tell yourself, I must be getting old. But wait, could it be age? Or did yesterday's fries quietly steal your leg strength? A harmless snack could cost you your confident stride. Scary, isn't it? So next time you pick up a fragrant fry, glistening with oil under the light, are you still sure it's completely safe? Or will you start to suspect this, trusted friend, just a little? Don't answer yet. Let me take you deeper into the next secrets. Because potatoes are only the beginning. 2. Eggplant, the deceptive good guy. Imagine you're in the kitchen, holding a sleek eggplant, its glossy purple skin shimmering like a gem under the light. You're dreaming of a fragrant roasted eggplant dish drizzled with olive oil or a soft, savory stir-fry the whole family loves. It looks so gentle and inviting. Who could suspect a vegetable this beautiful, seemingly harmless, of hiding any trouble? But here's where I need to warn you. Don't let its looks fool you. Inside that eggplant lies solanine, a compound that might sound unfamiliar but acts like a silent saboteur, capable of paralyzing the nerve signals in your body. Think about this. Have you ever walked and felt each step dragging an invisible boulder, so heavy you just want to stop? Or after a long day, as you sit down to rest, your legs stiffen up, refusing to cooperate no matter how much you rub them? Don't rush to blame the weather or your workload. It could be solanine from those eggplant meals quietly gnawing at your strength. This compound is like a circuit breaker, disrupting the connection from your brain to your legs, leaving you with a numb, heavy feeling you can't quite explain. And if you've ever struggled with arthritis pain, those days when your knees creak like they might snap, or your ankles throb endlessly, be doubly cautious. Eggplant doesn't just weaken your legs, it can turn your relaxing park strolls into a painful ordeal. Picture it. You step outside, breathing in the fresh air, but after just a few meters, your knees start to protest, forcing you to sit on a bench, watching others pass by with a pang of regret, all because of a vegetable you thought was harmless. Next time you pick up an eggplant, ready to toss it into a sizzling pan, pause for a second and ask yourself, am I nourishing my body? Or unknowingly putting my legs at risk? This secret really makes you rethink what you eat every day, doesn't it? And don't assume eggplant is the only enemy. There are more surprises waiting for you ahead. 3. Spinach, superfood or supervillain. Now, let's talk about spinach, a name that instantly brings to mind health and power. Who doesn't remember Popeye, the sailor from the cartoons, popping open a can of spinach and turning into a muscle-bound hero in seconds? With its lush, forest green leaves and promises of vitamins and minerals, spinach seems like the ultimate savior for anyone wanting to keep their body buzzing with energy. You might have blended it into your morning smoothie, tossed it into your lunch salad, or sautéed it for dinner, all with the firm belief you're doing the best for your health. But here's the twist. Behind that vibrant green beauty hides a silent thief called oxalate, and it's not as lovable as you might think. Imagine this like a tiny heist inside your body. Oxalate sneaks in and steals calcium, the stuff your muscles and bones rely on to stay strong, leaving no trace behind. What's the fallout? Your legs turn feeble, cramping up whenever you pick up the pace or stand a bit too long. Have you ever felt a nagging ache in your calves you couldn't explain? That sensation of someone squeezing your legs, even though you didn't work out or overdo it that day, it might just be spinach sending you a warning from those healthy smoothies or salads you brag about to your friends. Look how good I'm eating. But the story doesn't end there. Oxalate doesn't just swipe calcium. It ups the ante by raising your risk of kidney stones, a problem that seems minor but acts like a ticking time bomb. When your kidneys falter, your legs start swelling, going numb, making every step feel like you're lugging around invisible lead boots. Heavy and sluggish. Have you ever glanced at your feet at day's end and been shocked to see them puffed up unusually? Don't assume it's just from standing too long. Check that spinach smoothie from breakfast. Superfood? Maybe it's more of a supervillain for some, especially as age starts to slow you down. Are you willing to gamble your leg strength on this once praised veggie? Or will you begin to question its king of health crown? Don't answer just yet. The list of silent enemies is still long, and I'll keep unveiling them right now. 4. Tomatoes, the dangerous red fruit. Picture a cozy evening. You're at the table, a steaming plate of spaghetti with rich, red tomato sauce in front of you, or a crisp salad with plump tomato slices glistening with olive oil. That signature sweet tangy taste of tomatoes just melts in your mouth. Doesn't it? They're the loyal sidekick in nearly every meal. From dawn to dusk, who doesn't adore this vibrant red gem? But hold on a second and listen up. Beneath that alluring exterior, tomatoes harbor a not-so-pleasant secret. Solanine, the same troublemaker you met in eggplant, is lurking quietly. This compound can stealthily make your joints swell and your muscles weaken bit by bit, turning every morning wake up into a mini battle with legs as stiff as logs. Have you ever wondered, why do my legs feel so heavy today, when all you had the night before was a light meal with a few tomato slices in your salad? Don't dismiss it as plain fatigue. Look back at that plate. Because solanine might be the culprit. It's like an intruder, slipping into your system, throwing off your legs' flexibility, making each step tougher than you expect. But that's not all. Tomatoes also pack histamine, a substance that makes your body hold onto water more than usual. What happens next? By day's end, you glance down and gasp. Your ankles are swollen. Your legs feel weighed down like you've run miles, even though you've just been sitting at your desk. Ever felt that? Your shoes suddenly tighter, your pants hugging your legs oddly? It's not just tiredness, it's your body crying out, signaling that what you ate is putting pressure on your legs. Imagine wanting to walk lightly and confidently like you used to, but instead, you're stuck hauling extra weight from a food you always thought was healthy. Tomatoes, the red darling of so many, aren't as simple as they seem. Next time you grab a tomato to slice for dinner, are you sure it's helping you, or secretly harming you? The answer might surprise you. 5. Peppers, the fiery spice of chaos. Now it's time for peppers, from the dazzling red, yellow, and green bell peppers in your colorful salad to the fiery hot peppers that ignite your taste buds in a weekend dish. Just a touch of their fire makes your meal come alive and exciting. Who doesn't love that warm tingle spreading across their tongue or the zing when biting into a spicy pepper? But beware, this fiery spice can bring more trouble than you'd guess. Capsaicin, the compound behind that signature heat, might have a few small perks but can turn into a disruptor when you least expect it. Think of capsaicin as a little flame, in moderation. It spices up your food, but when it flares too high, it can burn away your comfort. It overstimulates your nerves, leaving your legs tingling or even burning like you've brushed against hot coals. Have you ever lain in bed, eyes closed, trying to drift off, only to have your legs twitch and fidget restlessly? That could be a sign of restless leg syndrome, and peppers might be the spark that sets it off. You crave relaxation after a long day, but instead, your legs dance uncontrollably, all because of a few pepper slices at dinner. And there's more, for older folks. When the body isn't as spry as it once was, capsaicin teams up to worsen arthritis. Ever heard your knees creak as you step downstairs or felt your hips ache when you stand? That might be the aftermath of those spicy meals you thought were harmless. Every step turns into a painful challenge, as if your legs are begging you to stop. Consider this. You add peppers to make your dish tastier, but is it worth trading your comfort for it? The fire on your tongue is thrilling, sure, but a simmering fire in your body? Not so much. Next time you pick up a pepper to add some heat to your meal, are you certain it won't come back to burn your legs? This secret's worth mulling over. 6. Beet greens, green leaves, red risks. Imagine whipping up a healthy green smoothie, fresh, vibrant beet greens blended with apples and bananas, or a fragrant sautéed dish you proudly show off to friends. This is my health secret. Sounds fantastic, right? Beet greens have long been hailed as a nutritional treasure, packed with vitamins and minerals everyone swears by for wellness. But don't get too excited. Pause for a moment and hear this. Beneath that wholesome exterior hides oxalate, a calcium thief, with levels so high it's downright alarming. Ready to upend everything you've believed. How does it work? Picture oxalate as a sneaky bandit. It snatches calcium, the key to keeping your muscles and bones strong, out of your body, leaving your legs frail and prone to cramping even with the slightest movement. Ever been jolted awake at night by a sudden cramp? That agonizing grip on your calf, forcing you to bolt upright and rub it out in a panic, all without a clue why. Since you didn't overdo it that day, that could be the fallout from beet greens in your morning smoothie or last night's sauté. But wait, there's a bigger gift oxalate leaves behind. It ramps up your risk of kidney stones. Like a slow ticking bomb inside you. When your kidneys struggle, your legs swell up, feeling sluggish, as if you're lugging an unseen burden you can't shake off. Ever noticed your legs slowing down day by day, even without much walking or running? It's not just your imagination, it's real. Think about it. Do you want legs that move freely, skipping around with ease, or ones frozen by a veggie you thought was good? These green leaves look safe, but the red risks inside are nothing to scoff at. Next time you plan to toss beet greens into your menu, are you sure they're a friend or a foe? 7. Cabbage, the hidden kitchen foe. Cabbage. Just the name stirs up warm memories. A steaming pot of soup wafting through chilly winter days. Or a crisp, tangy bowl of pickled cabbage brightening a summer meal. Across generations, it's been a familiar, comforting staple no one questions. Who doesn't love its subtle sweetness mixed with a refreshing bite or the gentle tang of fermented cabbage? But here's something you might not know. Behind that friendly facade lies a secret few notice. Cabbage contains goitrogen, a compound that can quietly slow down your thyroid, the control center of your body's strength. Here's how it goes. When your thyroid gets stifled, it stops pumping out enough energy to fuel your muscles, especially in your legs. The result? You feel tired, struggling to walk, as if your legs are bound by an invisible rope. Ever eaten a meal with cabbage, maybe some soup or a roll, and afterward felt your legs weigh a few pounds more? You figured it was just from eating too much. But no, it's a real sign. Cabbage also triggers bloating, slowing blood flow to your legs, leading to swelling and an uneasy numbness. Picture this. You stand up after dinner, planning a short stroll to unwind. But your knees ache, your calves stiffen, making you want to plop back down immediately. Sound familiar? You might be used to cabbage's presence in your kitchen. But is it truly a reliable friend, or a hidden foe, quietly hurting you? Don't let familiarity blind you. Next time you reach for cabbage to chop into your soup, pause and ask, is this dish secretly stealing my leg strength? This secret's definitely worth pondering. Conclusion. Your legs are worth more than you think. And there you have it. We've just finished an eye-opening journey. Uncovering 7 familiar faces in your kitchen: potatoes, eggplant, spinach, tomatoes, peppers, beet greens, and cabbage. They're not outright villains, don't get me wrong. Each has its own charm, from delicious flavors to nutritional perks. But here's the undeniable truth. For older folks, or anyone keen on keeping their legs strong, the compounds lurking within, like glycoalkaloid, solanine, oxalate, or goitrogen, can silently weaken muscles, spark arthritis, clog circulation, and sap your leg strength over time. Take a moment and look down at your legs. They've carried you through so much. From your first toddler steps to the busy days of now. But do you notice their cries for help? Those sudden midnight cramps, the prickling numbness when you stand too long, or that shaky moment when you try to rise from a chair and your legs falter? Don't just blame age, it might be your body shouting. Check what you're eating. These familiar veggies, tasty as they are, could be quietly stealing your freedom to move, little by little. But here's the good news. You're not powerless. Don't let old eating habits, dishes you've enjoyed your whole life without a second thought, become the thieves, robbing you of what matters most: the ability to walk confidently, live independently, and savor every day your way. Try a small shift. Listen to your body. Cut back on these veggies for a few weeks, and feel the difference. You might be amazed as your legs lighten up, move more freely, like they've shed an unseen weight. Strong legs aren't just about health, they're the key to unlocking freedom, joy, and a full life. Are you ready to step up and reclaim your strength? And here's the surprise I promised from the start: a tiny but mighty tip to protect your legs. Add a bit of magnesium to your diet through foods like almonds, ripe bananas, or low oxalate greens like lightly boiled Swiss chard. Magnesium relaxes muscles, eases cramps, and boosts circulation. A true hero you can count on. Will you give it a shot? Now, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below with one thing you learned from this video and plan to try today. Maybe cutting back on fries or swapping beet greens for something else. If you found this helpful, leave a 1 to let me know you're with me. If you think I can do better, don't hesitate to drop a 0. Your thoughts fuel me to improve every day. Hit like, share this with loved ones, Everyone deserves strong legs, and subscribe to join me in uncovering more health secrets. Thanks for sticking around, and here's to walking strong and confident on your amazing journey.